All right, so we are going to be cutting open this little guy right here. So the rib cage, you can kind of feel up here, and the rib cage, you can kind of feel where it ends. It kind of ends right around the legs. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna need to make a little incision. And so you're going to poke your scissors in, and then you're going to cut all the way up. And as you cut through, you're gonna reach a point where it gets really hard to cut through. That is when you are hitting the rib cage. And so that's kind of when you're going to stop. So you're gonna cut across here and across here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And you wanna cut pretty far down here because these are gonna be flaps, and we wanna be able to pull these flaps apart. So we're gonna cut, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. So see how this becomes a flap then that we can open. Same thing on this side. All right. So on our inside, so let's take a look now at what we have. So this part right here, here is our liver, this many-lobed structure. If we peel back the liver, underneath we have our stomach here. So this is our stomach. This kind of gross looking bit underneath here, that is the pancreas. Now you might be wondering, well, how can that be a pancreas, Ms. Frankson? Well, it is. This whole bunch of chewed up gunk. On the side of the stomach, you will see this is the spleen. So the spleen kind of looks like the liver in color and texture. And then we have to find the intestines, which as you can see are all right here. So if we take them out, these are all of our intestines. And the one thing you'll notice is this pouch here. This is the cecum along with the appendix. So the appendix is kind of a dead end area, and rats need this appendix. It helps produce white blood cells. And then we have to find the large intestine. So you'll learn that there are different parts to this small intestine. And it's held together by this tissue called mesentery. And so you can kind of see that it's kind of held together here by that thin little tissue in between that I'm pulling apart right now. That's the mesentery. So these are all small intestine pieces. The cecum and the appendix are connecting the small and large intestine. So if we look at the bottom of the cecum here, we can start to see the large intestine, which is kind of tricky to find. But as you can see, let me get my probe here. This is the large intestine. In some rats, it will be bigger in diameter. In this one, it's not very big. But this is the large intestine here. So those are the parts that you need to know today.